Hi guys, welcome back. In today's video we are going to take a first look at how you use formulas in Excel. We are going to do this by looking at some of your most straightforward formulas in Excel: sum, average, and count. Now sum is a useful formula because obviously in Excel, and as we have seen in a previous video, you can add up individual cells by selecting them individually using your plus sign and adding other ones. However, this can be extremely laborious, which is where your sum function comes in. Now there are a few ways that you can start to import your function in Excel. You could click directly on any cell and start typing equals. How you always start a formula or a function, we use our sum function. Put in our open brackets and selecting our data and then press enter. You can close your brackets, but if you press enter, Excel will do it for you automatically and it will add up all your values. You can see which cell references it's selecting by clicking into your formula bar. You can also input your formula up here in the first place, or adjust it if it's not selecting the right cells. The other place to look at inputting your formulas is up here in the Formula tab, where it will have a range of options including recently used functions and a whole range of literally hundreds and hundreds of functions. Are some function? What we have done here is we have put in our equals, typed in sum, open our brackets, inputted the range that we want to calculate from, and then close the brackets. You can also add up via selecting individual cells. So if we typed equals sum, open our brackets, say we wanted to such as number of different cells, you can select a few, put in a comma, and then add in individual cells if you so wish, comma, and then pressing enter. It will add up all the cells that you have selected. You will notice that you will get a little green arrow pop in from the corner, and this is just a warning that your formula in cells doesn't match the one above. Now obviously we don't want this one, so we move that. Now we might want to copy that formula and paste it down our column. So in this instance we have added up an individual row. You can also add a column in the exact same way. Another helpful feature that Excel has is the AutoSum function. So the click here, AutoSum. It will add up the values above. Now a word of warning with using AutoSum. It will select the values, the first numerical values above, as a part of your AutoSum. So from the cell directly above to the top of the list of values that you have. However, if you got a gap in your data, so for example here we have a gap and we use the AutoSum function. So you can either select it from here, or a keyboard shortcut is to hold down Alt and equals. You will notice it all go from the first cell above to the end, or first bunch of data. But in this instance there is a gap. We would like the values above. So it's worthwhile just checking what is selected and either manually adjust in the formula bar or drag the top corner here and bring it up to include all the data that we want. Again finishing. Another useful function in Excel is the average function. So we might learn to know from what an average we are spending from a day. First of all, I'm going to correct my heading. So again equals, So when you start typing in your function, it will give you a list of suggested ones. So in this instance, we want average, so you can either select average. So tab will finish it off if you select from the list. And then again, we can select our individual cells. If you hold down Control, you don't have to manually type the comma between. Or in this instance, we just want to select it. Was arranged so. And again, tab will complete that formula for you. So it's giving us our average per day. So again, we might want to copy this down using our paste special. We are going past in the formulas. You will notice that in this instance, because it's obviously dividing 0 by 0, you will get an error message. In a later video, we will show you how to come over in this error message using the error function. A final useful function that we are going to cover in this video is the count function. The count function counts all the cells in your range that you selected that contains the numbers. So for example, on this one, say we want to know how many tasks we worked on in a particular day. We typed equal count, select our range and finish our formula. You will see that we worked on 2 tasks that day. Similarly, if we copy it across, so if we change our add in some data in another one of these cells, that will increase. However, if you want to count up a range of cells that contains non-numerical data, so for example on this one, text, our count function won't actually count those up. So if we show you, you will just get a 0. In this instance, what we want is the count A function, and that will basically count any cells that are not blank. So count A, and you will see in the total we have got 5 different projects so to go at the moment. So that's it for these formulas in Excel, particularly the sum, average and count functions. Hope you find this video useful. We'll delve into a little bit more details in these functions and how combine functions in later videos. Please, if you have any question, do let me know, and I see you in next video.